Hello everyone, this is Miss Osborne's homework helper, the butterfly method. I'm trying out a new stand, so I hope this allows you to see better what I am working on. Again, any feedback is appreciated. I'm hoping this is a little bit easier to see, and I'm going to try to keep checking myself. So if I make movements or adjustments during this, I'm sorry in advance. Figuring out how to do this. Okay, so I brought my little whiteboard home because I thought that would be an easier way to show you all what I'm doing. I'm looking at the homework on, I'm actually going to look at this page with the visuals. I think I'm going to try the butterfly method with number 8 first. Number 8 is 2/3 plus 2/4. That's what I'm going to be working on. So the first thing you want to do when you're doing the butterfly method is you want to write out your fractions nice and clear. 2/3 plus 2/4. Okay, so I have my fractions written out nice and neat. I have, you know what, actually I want to write them a little bit smaller because I'm on the whiteboard. I don't have unlimited paper space. 2/3 plus 2/4. As you can see here, this is a fraction addition problem, and I have two unlike denominators. So I need to solve that problem. So I'm going to be going through and making the butterfly. So first I need to make my wings. So I'm circling across. So I have 3 and 2 inside that wing. This wing is going to be 2 and 4. Okay. So I'm starting to look like a butterfly. I'm going to make the butterfly's body by connecting my two denominators. I'm going to make the antennas by coming up through the middle above the addition sign. So it's gonna look something like that. Okay, now I'm going to start my math. I'm going to take my denominators and I'm going to multiply them straight across. The butterfly method only works if you multiply the two numbers that are the denominators. That's the only way this works. No simplifying can be done at this point. 3 times 4 is 12. And then I need to start multiplying my wings. Now, if I multiply this way, the answer is going to go under this antenna. If I multiply this wing, the answer is going to go under this antenna. So 3 multiplied by 2, 3 times 2 is 6. 4 multiplied by 2 is 8. Okay, now I've got my new denominator, I've got my numerator and another numerator up here. So I want to take the time. I like to rewrite this because I like to do it nice and neat. So I'm going to slide this over. So that's what it looks like. I'm going to slide over a little bit. My left numerator is 8. And my denominator, that is down here in the body, oops, let me go back a little bit this way, is 12. So I'm going to make that my denominator, so I have 8/12. And I'm going to bring over my addition sign from the center, and then I have under my right antenna is 6. So I want to write that as my numerator. And then my 12 is going to be my denominator. So then I'm set up to go ahead and add my numerators and bring over my denominators. So I'm going to switch and I'm going to bring them down here. So 8 plus 6 is 14. So I'm bringing that down. I'm just doing my math down here because I ran out of room. 14. My denominator will stay the same. My denominator is 12. So now I have the issue that I've got an improper fraction. Sorry, my hand was in the way. I have an improper fraction here. 14 is larger than 12, so I can't have my numerator being larger than my denominator. So I need to know how many times 12 goes into 14. 12 goes into 14 one time. 1 times 12 is 12. Now I need to figure out how many are left over. So I know that 1 times 12 is 12. 14 minus 12 is 2. And then I bring my denominator straight over. Now, this is a correct answer. However, some of us are ready to be simplifying. So if you want to go on and try another step and try to simplify this, it would look like this. Your whole number does not change. I think, what kind of number do these two numbers have in common? And really, the easiest answer is 2. So I would divide each by 2 so I can get the factors that they have in common. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So my answer is 1 1/6. And again, this is on this fractions page. That was the homework. This is number 8. 2/3 plus 2/4 is 1 1/6. I was using the butterfly method there. You can see all my work. You can see my work here. I made my wings, made my body, I made my antennas. I rewrote my fraction over here. Then I added my numerators right across, and that's how I got the 14. My 12 came from my denominators. I saw that this was improper, and I turned it into a mixed number that I then simplified. So I'm going to show you guys another one. Let's see. Go ahead and erase this. Trying to make this not too long a video, but I wanted to give you guys examples. Okay, I'm gonna go over to this page right here. It's the one with the answer bank at the top for this week, and I'm gonna do number 8. Number 8 is 16 fifths plus 2 1/2. So I know this gets kind of tricky because I've got this large whole number in the middle. I've got this, well, let me back up a little bit. So I wrote my problem out. I noticed right here on this page, it says the least common multiple for this problem is 10. If I'm doing butterfly method, I cannot use that. That's not going to work for me. Unless that's what the two denominators are multiplied by each other, which in this case 5 and 2 multiplied together is 10, so it works out. But remember, with butterfly method, you always have to multiply the denominators. Okay, so right now I'm back talking about this whole number. This whole number doesn't work for me right here, but I don't want to forget about it. So I'm going to bring this whole number down. I'm going to drop it right here, but I'm going to erase it up in my butterfly so it doesn't confuse me. So I'm just writing the fraction part, the 1/2. Okay, I'm going to set up and make my wings. Whoops, let me write that 5 more in here. And then 16 and 2, ooh, that's going to be a big number to multiply. Antennas and my body. So now I'm all set up. I've got my antennas, I've got my wings, I've got my body, and I've got my whole number hanging out down here from the problem. So I need to start by making my body. Okay, 5 times 2 is 10. Awesome, that was easy. Now I need to do my right antenna. 5 times 1 is 5. Then my left antenna, 16 by 2. Okay, so I need to think 6 multiplied by 2 is 12. So I know the 2 is going to go in the 1 spot. I have 1 left over that I'm carrying, so I made a little 1 there to remember. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 more is 3. Let me make that more clear. That wing's kind of out of control. There. So it's 32. So I'm going to rewrite this fraction, and I'm going to make sure my whole number comes back in play. So 32 tenths, because that's my new denominator, plus 2 whole and 5 tenths. I'm getting that 5 from my right antenna and the 10 from the body of the butterfly. Okay, so I can erase this too. Remember, I'm on number 8 on the second homework page. 16 fifths plus 2 1/2. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so now I have my work written out for me. I'm going to move over a little bit so you guys can see more. Okay. So I'm going to start to do some work down here because I see that 32, well, I could make that a mixed number, but because it's improper, or I could just go ahead and do my addition and then work with it. I think that's what I'll do. I'll go ahead and do my addition and then deal with the improper fraction I'm going to have. 32 plus 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. 3 plus 0 is 3. So 35 plus 2, or 32 plus 5 is 37. The 10 is going to be my denominator. And that 2, there's no other whole number to add it to, so it comes right over. 2. 2 and 37, oops, sorry, that was blocking. 2 and 37 tenths. Now, I know that 37 tenths is an improper fraction, and I need to solve that problem. So if I was just looking at 37 tenths, kind of ignoring my 2, but remembering it's over here, how many times does 10 go into 37 evenly? 1 times 10 is 10, 2 times 10 is 20, and 3 times 3 is 30. 4 times 10 is 40. 40 is too much, so it must be 3 times. It goes in 3 times. 3 times 10 is 30. So now I need to figure out how many is left over. 37 minus 30 is 7 left over 10. But wait, I can't forget about this too. Can't forget about it. Plus 2 equals. Ooh, I'm running out of room. Running out of room. I'm going to erase this up here if you guys don't mind. This little part here. I'm going to do my addition up here. Whoop, arrow. So 3 plus 2, I'm adding the 2 whole numbers, is 5. And there's no other fraction, so 7 tenths comes right on over. Okay, so my answer would be 5 and 7 tenths. Is that one of my answers in my answer bank? Yes, it is. So the answer for number 8 is 5 and 7 tenths. Remember, you're expected to show your work. Okay, I hope this was helpful. Please let me know if this was not easy to see. I'm going to review it myself. But any feedback, any thoughts, anything you would like to see me do, please let me know. Have a lovely night.